Yeah, this is Earle Davis at Pop City Revisited at Marcus Bookstore, San Francisco. I didn't go to a music school for any extended music training, but when I left Houston with Bobby Blue Bland on the Chitlin circuit in the mid-50s, I ended up in New York and I met people like Monk, Thelonious Monk, and Miles, Kenny Dorham, Philly Joe, and all those cats. I was around them quite a few years, and I learned a lot of stuff, learned a lot of the ropes, about the ropes from those cats. So that's pretty much it. I've been going ever since, you know, and I played with people like Sun Ra, Cecil Taylor, Coltrane, Sam Rivers Big Band, Archie Shepp, Roswell Rudd. I'm sure I'm leaving out a few others, but I worked with a lot of different people. And then moved back to California in the 60s. And I was in LA for quite a while. I hung around with Dexter Gordon and Frank Butler and all that LA scene. Roy Ayers, Bobby Hutcherson, Herbie Lewis, bass player, Gene McDaniels, and Charles Lloyd. They were all on the scene back then in the early 60s. And then I run into Miles again. He was at the Both Hand, and he insisted that I be his guest before we left town. So I came down and made an appearance with him. And Miles, he also insisted that I should be a band leader. He said he was so impressed with my playing. He said, "You need to get your own band." So from then on, I've been a band leader from '71. A lot of really great players that's played in the Majic Spirit Band. I mean, the list's so long, I can't remember all of them. It's really incredible. A lot of great players have always come to play with me, and a lot of cats with names. Freddie Hubbard used to ask me, "How you get them cats to play with you?" And I said, "I don't know, ask them." But it turns out that they really liked my writing and you know, compositions. So I never had a problem with getting cats to come and play with me, especially the good ones, you know. Back in San Francisco after leaving here in '80, going back to New York. I stayed here all the '70s, went to New York in '80, came back 2003, and now I'm coast to coast. I live both places. And San Francisco, I don't work that much, that's why I participate here at the bookstore. It's a whole different scene on the music scene now. Everything is homogenized and changed around. It's a new kind of jazz out here, so I guess I'm more or less like a dinosaur to these new Johnny come lately yahoos. And I don't mind saying that. But it hasn't bothered me any, you know, and I keep my chops up and do what I do, and I will continue to do that until I leave the planet. So I'm really grateful that there is a place like Marcus Bookstore, formerly Pop City that I can come and just, you know, keep my chops up and add a little flavor to the neighborhood. And it's not easy being jazz, especially black jazz, but I have no problem with coexisting with the new thing. I think it's more the other way around. They got more problem with me, which doesn't bother me one bit. They were the one with the problem. So anyway, that's pretty much it. You know, San Francisco, like I say, it's a whole different scene. Matter of fact, it's pretty much like this all over the country because I move around a lot. Houston, LA, Philly, New York, it's all the same thing. You know, it's like a whole new venue. Madison Avenue has redefined jazz and added a whole bunch of stupid categories like smooth jazz, cool jazz, blah 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 jazz, all this other jazz, which has nothing to do with the black diaspora of America. And you know, it's a political thing, and I've always been politically conscious and more or less revolutionary towards the presentation of this music, and I've learned a lot, you know, from, like I say, people like Sun Ra, Thelonious Monk, and Miles, particularly. And I feel that I have a job to do to carry on this tradition, regardless if I get rich or not. I'm going to be doing it. So it's not about the money. However, I can use the money, and I make enough money to have a decent lifestyle. You know, I have all the things I need, and I never really wanted a whole lot. So, you know, if I come into some big money, no problem, I'll deal with it. But that's not the bottom line of playing this music. And more young people need to realize that this is a political statement, one of the few freedom experiences that we can express ourselves and continue to grow and become more conscious of what we have to do to improve our lifestyle in this country.